Spotlight is from Oscar. What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast, 2651, Wednesday, August the 9th. And Oscar writes, the Swole fam is a very important part of what I've built internally and externally. What do I mean by that? Well, the Swole fam are the people I rely on, especially on those days when I don't want to work out or do yoga. Every time I open up Swolenormous X, it's nothing but positivity and people genuinely wanting what is best for you. There's so many different people in the Swole fam that if you have a question, more than likely someone can answer it for you in a non-judgmental way. We are all here for one thing, and that's being better today than we were yesterday. It's amazing having this kind of group to lean on. It truly reminds me when I was in the Marine Corps and I had my brothers around me to help me whenever I needed that good kick in the ass. Stop feeling sorry for myself and to go execute more. Stay driven, fam. Fuck yeah. Oscar, thank you, my brother. Remember, if you want to join the Swole fam, you can head on over to swolenormousx.com, and that is the foundation of Swolenormous X. So we always talk about the 7 pillars, and pillar number 1 is community, and it's the environment that you forge. It's the people and the things that you surround yourself with. And when you have people that are in your corner because they're in their own corner, when you have a collection of people that are leading by example on an individual basis, when they come together, it's inspirational to others. So it's infectious. And this is what it means to lead by example. When you bring people together that are all leading by example, it is even more infectious. And that doesn't mean that every single person in the Swole fam is having an amazing day every day. There's no such thing as perfection, but there's the discipline. There are the habits that will lead to more positive outcomes more often than not. And fundamentally, you need to surround yourself with people that are looking to do better for themselves, that are inspired to do better for themselves, and doing so with the right intention. They're doing so with purpose. And when you're living, when you're training, when you're following the 7 pillars, which is the definition of living with intent, you are successful every day. You have the ability to execute and to be successful every single day. You're not just looking at a lofty long-term goal to lose 100 pounds or to build 5 pounds of muscle or to get your biceps a little bit bigger. Those are great secondary outcomes of creating good habits, because muscles will deteriorate over time. We are all slowly decaying. So what are the habits? What are the lessons that we are trying to project onto the world, to the people that we care about, our children, our family, friends, but mostly for ourselves? You need to be the best friend. You need to be the biggest support system of yourself. And this is why, if you truly love and truly respect yourself, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to be investing in yourself. And that's what the 7 pillars are all about. That's what the Swole fam is all about. And Oscar outlines that tremendously. And we have a lot of veterans and people that have served and some that are currently serving in the military as part of the Swole fam. And that's what it means. You want that camaraderie. You need those people around you. We need community. And unfortunately, most people are fat, lazy, and uninspired. So you need to surround yourself actively. You need to actively cultivate your environment. And that's what we do inside the Swole fam. So join Oscar, join myself, and we have Frank, Riley, Amanda, Bookworm, John, Cerny, Anthony, Dan, Nick, Positive Charisma, Alan, Elizabeth, people coming in for the live chat. Join all of us inside the Swole fam. Join us, swolenormousx.com, and start getting your shit together. And if you have your shit together, why not get your shit a little more together? Why not take it to that next level? Join us, start one of our programs, start with the yoga, start getting your mindfulness, all 7 pillars, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. That being said, we have a great show today. I'm very excited. It's Wednesday, August 9th. Let's fucking get after it. A reminder, we do have our Swole Fam Roundtable tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So members only, episode will be private. Join us. Another reason to join the Swole Fam. And then on Friday, we have overtime at the brand new Drive Mulgaining. So a lot of stuff going down this week. Big week, Love Roundtable week. And of course, overtime and Drive Mulgaining. So Yeah, join the fam. We'll see you tomorrow at the round table. But first, let's get into today's episode. Drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Let's fucking go. Mancast. Mancast. Oh, Mancast. 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 The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Transitioning young people. Come on. Want to become a woman? Daddy.
Let's go.
Cut everything off immediately.
Common sense and logic.
She was 12, I was 30.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole, Norma.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2650 Schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beach.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, let's get to fucking work. Welcome, come one, come all. Drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Hit the thumbs up button. And of course, if you have not yet left us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please do so right now. Share the stream, share the knowledge cock with your friends, and let's get into today's episode. We got a great show. We got Swole fan posts. We have some questions that we are going to take. My goodness, I hope they're good. I hope they're good. So you could drop them in the knowledge cock portion. And of course, we will go balls deep. So without further ado, let's get today started. Hope you are having a great one. Time to summon the Falcon. Falcon. Let's go. Who's got some gains? Gotta make those gains. Aw, we're making gains. Swole fam's making gains. Yeah. All right. Hashtag anabolic August for a chance to win today's Swole card. Anabolic August. Hashtag anabolic August. Now let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. All right. Gorillas. All right. Reminder, we got some merch, fam. If you haven't checked out the new releases, we're always dropping new shit, but use code Daily Swole for 10% off over at papaswolio.com. We got the brand new Swole Signal design. Oh, yeah. When you put the signal in the sky, Papa Swolio's coming and he's making sure people are going to the fucking gym. So go and check out the brand new Bat Swolio design, Swole Signal. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off every day. Thank you for listening to the show. It's mucho apreciado. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. We got a post here from Aaron from our discussion boards, and Aaron writes, "Hi, folks. My name's Aaron, and I'm from Boston. I joined the fam today. I started listening to the podcast back in November after following Papa Swolio on Instagram. I saw one of his reels from a friend of mine's story and couldn't stop watching, thinking I could learn something, and holy shit, did I learn. Everything started after I had to stop eating bread one day with my stomach turning completely upside down and threw off my sugars. I hopped on an elimination diet and saw dramatic changes while still figuring out what my body could tolerate. I still have much to learn in this journey. I actually replied to the email, but kept it short on the quote, but it's Friday one, if I remember correctly. I started doing some club work almost a month ago with a 5-pound club and just bought a 10-pound mace. I'm supposed to have it by Tuesday so I can take it with me to grad school along with my other stuff. I look forward to learning much from y'all on all ends of this program, diet and lifestyle. Long live the swole. Indeed. Cheers, Aaron. Welcome to the fam. That's fucking sweet. Good intro. And congratulations on the mace. Like I always say, the heaviest that anyone should go, male or female, especially men, 5 pounds with a club, but 10-pound mace is a great place to start. And the beauty of this kind of stuff when it comes to club work is you're going to progress quickly. But the tendency is to be like, oh, 15 is not that heavy, but then you're going to hurt your elbow. Trust me, I've done it. You don't want to do that. I did it. Luckily, I caught it in time. Takes a long time to heal if you fuck yourself up. So better to do hundreds and thousands of reps with a 10-pounder, and then you're going to be able to progress very, very swiftly into heavier weights. There's always heavier. Remember, there's always heavier, but it's very deceiving. You think it's 10 pounds, it's not going to be heavy or it's not a big deal because the ball at the end of the mace doesn't look that big, right? It's a tiny little skinny mace. Trust me. You're supposed to be doing hundreds and hundreds of reps. You're not just swinging it a few times. All right. Even when you get stronger and you're able to go heavier, you're not going to do a ton of reps with it. It's like any kind of other type of training. The heavier you go, you're not going to be doing as much of it. All right. The maces are awesome, but they are sneaky. So if you're a dude and you have an ego and you're used to lifting heavy weights, 10-pounders, that's for babies. Nope. Trust me. I'm saving you some time and pain. All right. We got a post here from Bill. And Bill says, glad to get going again. I'm Bill Martin in Sarasota, Florida. I love working out, but have worked through some injuries. I am ready to go. I retired not long ago and packed on weight. It was fun, LOL, but now I need to get back to my fighting weight. Happy to be here representing seasoned citizens and looking 30 years younger. Hey, yo, seasoned citizens. Seasoned swole citizens. I like that. We got some seasoned citizens. We got Cerny in the chat. We got some people with a little extra paprika on them. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some seasoning in the Swole fam. Everyone's a part of the Swole fam. If you're ready to make fucking gains, age is but a number. And we have one from SL Monroe, 22 Oshwam. And Monroe writes, hey there, just joined last night. I'm from upstate New York, mom of 2, 17 and 18 years old. I've always struggled with my weight, and now that I've hit 40, it seems even harder. Having a desk job as a business analyst also makes it difficult. Looking forward to having a community where we all support one another without the bullshit, because honestly, I need my bullshit called out with blunt honesty from time to time. That time is now. Go to the fucking gym. Welcome to the fam. All right. From time to time. That's all we do. We just have the bullshit sledgehammer. That's what we do. Okay, let's get into, we got an email response? We do have an email response. Okay, if you're not on the email list, I think everyone here, live chat, is everyone here on the email list? If you're not on the email list, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. I will make it feel like the first email you've ever opened. I'll take you back circa 1993, and I will make you feel those emails again. All right. Turn that shredded roast beef into a nice rejuvenated inbox. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com and sign up for that knowledge cock today. Get stretched out today. Come on, we're sending them out of fucking every day pretty much. Let's go get on the email list. Makeemailswoleagain.com. Andrew says, why do most people take the days with the most available personal hours as a quote break? Talking about the but it's Friday email. Weekends have the least amount of committed hours in general, of course. Committed your hours to yourself and make sick gains, teach your kids and family to be fit, meal prep, improve yourself instead when you're not working for someone else. Yeah, I agree. Look, it's all about priorities. And the biggest thing about Friday, it's always, you'll see me posting videos. Oh, Papa Swole, it's Friday. It's Saturday. Didn't we get a question yesterday that I raged on? What should I do? How do I stay on my diet on the weekend? By putting the right things in your face hole, the same thing that you would do on a fucking Wednesday, you idiot. Pretty much. Tough love, but you need some nip slaps. It's the weekend. And some people work weekends. Some people, that's their busiest days, but you get the point. Whenever you have more time, that's when you should be using your time. It's all about priorities. We all have 24 hours. So use your hours. Use your hours. It's not an excuse. If you have more time, I'm not working on the weekend, and then you sleep till 12, you throw off your whole circadian rhythm, you don't do anything, blah, 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 become a fat lazy and you just drink and escape. Lead by example. Remember, even for those of you, and no, I don't have kids. I've been around a lot of young kids, and I plan on having them. They watch you all the time. So if you have children, and even people, okay, people, kids, adults are just grown children for the most part, right? People are watching you. We talked about in the pre-roll that it's about leading by example. Everyone watches you. If you're talking about eating healthy and doing all this stuff, blah, blah, and you just punch out on the weekends, people see that. They know you're full of shit. You're being a hypocrite. If you're ruthlessly staying on point, your words have more weight. If you wonder why people don't listen to you or don't believe you when you talk about eating healthy, or they get offended, or they get like a personal attack, it's because they see you slacking and they know you're full of shit. So live it. Focus on yourself. You're doing it for yourself anyway. So it doesn't really matter what other people do. It's going to give more weight behind your words when you are guiding them or encouraging them. Okay, knowledge cock time. If you have a question, let's get into some topics. So if you have a question or a topic or something you want to talk about, whatever it is, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio in the chat. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio in the chat. Let's get into a question. We got way too many underscores. We have double underscores. That is... I don't spend too much time ranting on underscores. It's garbage. But when you have double underscores, Leo, my God. I don't think there's so many Leo Flores Pinos out there. You need double underscores. Leo underscore Flores underscore Pino was taken. So I had to double it up. Come on, fam. Add a number or something. Get creative. Good workout after I've done arms and legs back to back. What? What?
Come on, man.
Even Brandon doesn't. What are you saying, man? Good workout after I've done arms and legs back to back. Yoga, a different body part. I don't know what your programming structure is. It doesn't sound like you even have one if you don't know what you're doing next. So I would get on a quality training program. That way you have training with intent. Most people just go and they do things. That's why they don't get progress. They do too much volume. They do too much junk volume. They're not training hard enough. They don't know what they're doing next. Seriously, what you're doing today that's going to determine what you're doing next time. And what you're doing next time or in 2 days is going to determine what you're doing today. And what your goals are is going to determine it's called a training program. Get one. All right. Jen, little man always asks what our plans are on the weekends because he doesn't want to mess up his healthy diet. LOL. They do watch. Look at that. Fucking good man. Good man. He sounds a little bit fat phobic though. Sounds a little bit fat phobic. Come on. A little fat phobic. A little orthorexic there. What? Careful. A little bit. Tiff, true. Even as a 2-year-old, my daughter would, quote, work out whenever she saw me do it. Yeah, get them little pink weights. Get them little plastic ones. They just want to be with you. They want to be like you. your children for a long period of time, they want to emulate. They want to be big and strong like mommy and daddy. And don't forget, they're going to go through phases. Maybe they, leave it for a little bit, or, kids are going to have their own personalities too. And they're going to have their own natural interests, but they're going to remember you taking care of your health. And trust me, that it means something. It means something. They're forging their identity based off what they see you doing. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. T. Lucero, Papa Swolio is smoking the devil's lettuce, killing my gains. Probably, to some extent. How much lettuce? I mean, watch out for that lettuce. Watch out for the lettuce. No nutritional value in lettuce, by the way. Well, marijuana is estrogenic. Check out that book, Estrogeneration. Marijuana is estrogenic. Of course, there's different strains and how much are you doing and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, it's going to be very hard to quantify. If it's a little bit here and there, same thing with like having a drink now and again. But I don't look at weed the same way as alcohol. It's nowhere close to as bad as alcohol, in my opinion. But of course, it depends for different people. It depends for different people. Some people do it for pain reasons. Some people do it for psychological reasons. But what I would encourage you to do is not use it as a crutch. I would focus on meditation, lowering stress. Like if you're using that as a cope for stress, you should learn how to manage your stress without that. If there's pain related, you obviously want to address nutrition, right? It doesn't take away the fundamentals, but some people, if you're smoking, you're just like paralyzing yourself and you're just escaping. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not helping. How is it going to be helping your gains? Some people do it because they don't feel hungry, but there's other questions, right? It's not really the reason. In other words, when it comes to the answer, it's usually a cope or something that's a crutch rather than getting to the source of it. So everyone's got their reasons for whatever they do, but just be honest with yourself. Let's see. Joe Gann, Papa Soy, any experience with Corner Leverage Gym by Body Solid? Corner Leverage Gym by Body Solid. No. I don't have any Body Solid equipment. Is that similar to PowerTech? I would look into PowerTech. That's a more reputable brand, in my opinion, when it comes to leverage. They're kind of like the OG. I do have a piece of PowerTech equipment. It's a standalone chest fly that I'm probably going to be selling because I don't need it anymore because I got a pec deck. But I'm not familiar with that piece of equipment specifically. Is it like a multiple piece? But PowerTech is good. I haven't used a lot of their equipment, but I know it's a popular brand for leverage training. All right, let's see. Nick, did you see the fiasco? President Brandon talking to parents of fallen soldiers from his Afghanistan blunder, lying again and dismissing accountability. Something recent? I'm assuming it's something that happened recently. I did not. I heard something. I've heard some people talking about it, where I've seen headlines of some. I just not really familiar with what recently happened. I'm not surprised though, if that's truly the case. Anyone shocked? Who's going to admit that they made one of the worst military blunders in United States history? Take ownership of that. There's some people that try to justify it. There's no way you can justify the way that was done. Well, he said we were going to get out and we got out. No, that is the stupidest fucking thing you could possibly have done. There's no excuse for how that was executed. There's no excuse. Are you shocked? You shocked that Democrats aren't going to take responsibility for making huge fucking errors? It's pretty much the story of the last 5-10 years. Not that the Republican Party's much better in general. Pretty much, this is why people are behind Vivek and Trump, because hopefully they just fire fucking everyone. That's what needs to happen. There needs to be a revolution. There needs to be a clean sweep. You need to get rid of like 70-80% of the government bureaucracy. Like, you need to get rid of these 3-letter agencies. You need to get rid of all the bloat, just all the garbage. Talk about suffocating the country. Joe Gann, yes, very similar to Power Tech. I mean, Body Solid, as far as I'm aware, is kind of like that same range of home gym quality. I'm just not as familiar of it, but I do know a lot of people like Power Tech. Okie dokie. Yeah, the Swole platform. Papa Swole, hey, 2024, let's fucking go.
Fuck yeah!
Let's go. A steak on every plate. Gym memberships. Gym memberships for everyone. All gyms are free. Okay, let's see. More questions. T. Lucero, all the people in their 80s like Feinstein need to be removed from power. She's beyond living right now. Yeah, she just fell or something. I saw in the news. She just fell. She's literally a corpse. You think Biden's not functioning. At least he can walk for the most part. Like, he falls regularly. But she's literally in a coma. No joke. So, you know what? And honestly, it's not real. It doesn't really have anything to do with someone being in their 80s. It's not the age itself. But man, if you're fucking literally a walking corpse, get the fuck out. Term limits. Fucking term limits. Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out. Seriously, it's ridiculous. You know, it's so obvious. Stop pretending that Biden has brain cells left. Any of these people, it's a joke. And I know I love how you start seeing in the media now, like, oh, Biden's health concerns. Really? We're fucking yelling about this in 2020. Like, it's crazy. He was 60% dead in 2020. He's not getting more alive. Fucking insane. Yeah, but Trump hurts my feelings. Okie dokie. How you like them apples now? Anyone want to go back? Anyone want to redo? Anyone have any regrets about that? All right, let's move on. More knowledge cock. Hashtag ask Papa Soli if you want to get on topic. Logan, Papa Soli, do you lift at the same time, or do you train at different hours? At different hours. So today I would have trained earlier. I would have trained already at this point. I'm going to train after. I would have trained earlier at this point, but we had some people doing some work in the house. So it was kind of not like I was going to train in the house. I was going to train outside, but kind of let the jobs be done. So I went on a walk. I cold plunged. I did a little reverse sled, had the Tainty Man. We went on a walk and stuff like that. Figure I'd do the show, bang it out. And then, so I fluctuate. Earlier in the day, I don't train at night. If I do anything at night, I'll be some mobility or yoga, or sauna, but I don't do it later. So I'll train early afternoon or morning. Grizzly Magnum. What's up, Mark? Papa Swole, you ever think of making a dating podcast?
Because
your relationship advice is probably the best I've ever heard. Really? Well, I appreciate that. Well, the Daily Swole has kind of become the everything podcast. So if you don't know, if you type in Swolenormous, we have there's a couple other podcasts on there, but I haven't updated Red, White, and Swole and other things just kind of started doing everything on one. I realized there's really no need to have multiple podcasts. It was good for a little bit, but it was just too much to be consistent with and focus on. So if you have questions, lay them on me, lay it on thick. I like how the Daily Swole can cover everything. So we'll talk about whatever comes up, especially in the Q&A portion. So usually just the tip. Sometimes it'll be if a Swole fam member, just a tip is Swole fam. So if we have a Swole fam member that submitted a question or something like that. But if you got questions, drop in the chat. Grizzly, I was just about to ask you about the other podcasts you run. Yeah, I just haven't, doing the. So there's one of my favorite quotes. One of my favorite quotes was, or is, what was it? Beauty or perfection? Perfection is not achieved when there's nothing left. Perfection is achieved not when there's nothing more to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. So I like the idea of narrowing down, simplifying, and amplifying. So I did enjoy the concept. I love the branding. We have Red, White, and Swole, Swarmers Procast, audio experience, but it's just the energy is too distributed. So you might have a few people, some people that listen to that, some people listen to that. I'd rather have everyone come here and then you'll get all the content. So it just became too much to kind of juggle psychologically. And I think it was just spreading myself thin rather than just focusing on this. So I don't want to delete the podcast because I like them, but yeah, it's just something I haven't been consistent with it for a reason. I have no problems with consistency, obviously. And I think one of the most challenging things when you have a business like this and you have a lot of ideas is I have a lot of ideas. Ideas are the easy part. How do you come up with so much content and ideas? That's the easy part. The ideas are the easy part. It's the execution. And if you try to execute on too many ideas, then you just get distracted. So you have to pick and choose where you spend your energy. And if I'd rather have one focused podcast than four that are, sporadic. This is too much because I tend to want to do things every day. So to do this every day for an hour or and a half or two, because there's prep for the show and stuff like that and setting it up, to do that plus other things. I can't do something once a week. I can't update a podcast once a week. I can't do that. It just doesn't it just doesn't work. So I'm such a daily, has to be part of the routine that if it's not daily, then it's, and then it just becomes, well, I'm doing everything every day. It's too much. All right. But if you have questions on any of those things. Josh, if we put someone in a nursing home because they can't take care of themselves, why we let them make national decisions? Josh, good avatar, but how dare you? How dare you use logic and common sense?
How dare you?
Jesus. Stop. Just stop. Oh, Melissa, why thank you. Yes, I agree, Papa. You're on point with relationship advice. All right. You should do a special podcast and bring Mama Swolio on. I would, but she's usually busy doing her job in the kitchen. So, I always yell at her. I'm like, make me a sandwich, woman. She goes, you don't eat bread. I'm like, that's true. That's true. She doesn't have time. That's always the comeback. You don't eat bread. Apollonatsis. Should you track calories? Should you? Can you? I think some people should, not at the expense of quality. So I'm not going to get into what the calories should be, but yeah, you can track your calories, but it doesn't come first. So if you're eating shit food and you're tracking shit food quality, you're missing the point. Focus on what foods work best for you, and then you can observe and see. Because most of the problem that people have with calories is that they consume too much. So if you're getting more nutrient-dense food, you're going to be more satisfied. You're going to have less of an urge and you're just going to have less of an overeating risk. It's very hard to overeat nutrient-dense food. Anyone that has tried that, drop in the comments if you're trying to bulk and eat quality food. You have to break up your meals. You're full. You're eating when you're full. It's hard to consume caloric surplus with nutrient dense food. So most people are trying to lose extra body fat. So you focus on protein and healthy fats and you're going to be satisfied. It's much easier to manage. So you tend to not need to focus on counting calories when you're eating nutrient dense food, but then you can, and you're going to be successful in most cases either way. So should you, if you have specific goals and you're really driven, for example, tracking workouts is important. If you don't know what weight you did last time, how do you know how much to increase or what your goal is for this time? How do you know if you're doing progressive overload or you're just spinning your wheels and just lifting to fatigue? So you want to objectively challenge yourself. So when I take out my little journal and I see, oh, I did 100 pounds for 5 reps last time. Let me do 100 pounds for 6. It's a goal. Will I get 6? Maybe. Maybe I'll get 7. Maybe I'll get 5 again, but I'll kind of get some partials. Okay. Maybe I need to recover more. Maybe I need to prioritize that movement earlier in my workout or take a rest day before I do that workout. That way I'm more psychologically and systemically recovered. So you should track things, but at the same time, you don't obsess over it. I think it's much better to track your training than tracking your food. I think tracking your food can get a little bit, I don't feel like that's any way to live. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with knowing how much you're consuming in terms of protein and things like that, but it might not be something that you have to track all the time. You might just need to track it a little bit, right? You weigh your food. Oh, this is about how much protein is in this amount of steak, and this is what I normally eat. So then you can eyeball it moving forward. You don't necessarily always have to weigh things, or if you put X amount of yogurt in a cup, you don't have to weigh that every time, right? You don't have to get like, oh, it's K to the gram. You don't have to get really anal about it. You can just, oh, when I fill up this cup halfway, it's that amount. You see what I'm saying? So it can get to the point where you're still kind of tracking, but you're eyeballing just because you know about what you have. And you don't need a big surplus and you don't need a big deficit. You just need to be consistent. You don't want to make it something that restricts you. That's why nutrient dense food, you can eat to satisfaction. And if you're lifting heavy weights, you can eat more. You're going to eat till fullness and you can still lose fat over time. Like you just need to train harder. Barrett, I ate a pound of grass-fed beef, my guy, 4 eggs and some sweet potatoes as a bulking meal. Now it's a bit hard to get all done. I do have a massive appetite though, so bulking is mostly easy for me. Well, that's why when you're bulking, you break your meals up more often, right? Because it's hard. You try to eat 1,500 calories in one meal. It's like, you feel nauseous. Let's see. Nunu Ham, Papa Swolio, I'm confused. How do you know which to increase first, rep or weight? Well, first, for example, what I do is I try to do at least 5 reps, anywhere between like 5 to 10 repetitions. So, for example, if I did my warm-up sets and I'm doing my 1 or 2, max sets, I'll do, let's say I get 5 reps. Okay, let's say I hit 5 reps. Next week, I'm going to keep the same weight and try to get 6 or 7. And then once those reps get to like 7 or 8 or 9, then I'll go up and try to get 5 again. So that's where I'm going, to absolute failure with like partial reps and stuff at the end. So if I did 100 reps, I did 5, 100 pounds, whatever exercise, 5 reps. Next week or next session that I do it, I'm recovered. I get 7 reps. Cool. I may or may not add like 105, but I'll probably do that again, get like 8 or 9 the next time. And then I will go up to like 105 or 110, get back to like 5 reps, and then take it from there. And remember, the repetitions is not the most important thing. The reason why I keep my reps lower is because I'm training to failure. I'm not doing tons of junk volume, and you're really getting that stimulus for growth with like the partial reps at the end of failure, as well as the 4 or 5 reps leading to failure. So you can build muscle with 20 reps or 25 reps or 30 reps even, but you're doing much more volume to get to that failure point. There's no point in going so light that you're doing 20 fucking reps before you get to those real fatiguing, stimulating reps. You're doing a lot of junk volume, exhausting yourself, and you're negatively affecting your ability to produce the most overload. Why do 20 or 25 reps before you get to those last few when you can cut it down and your actual set, your working set, can be mostly those stimulating reps? It's much less fatiguing. And volume is important. but important to a point. Remember, there's a point where the intensity is essential and then the volume is important, but there's a very fine line where more volume isn't more beneficial. So it's not linear. It's not that, hey, another set is better. Another set is even better. Another set is even better. You do, let's say, 2 or 4 sets for a body part in a session. That's it, right? You know, you do 5 or 6, maybe that's still a little bit more beneficial, but then you start getting 7, 8, 9, like it's going to taper and go down. So it's about finding that point of stimulus without doing extra fatigue that's giving you just more damage without the stimulus required for growth, and then negatively affecting your ability to recover, and then fatiguing yourself systemically. So you're not going to necessarily be able to recover before the next set, even if it's a different next workout, even if it's a different body part. So people just think about whether or not that local muscle is sore. Like, hey, I trained legs yesterday. Can I train my back today? It depends on the volume. Just because you trained yesterday intensely doesn't mean you can't train the next day, but it depends on how much volume you did. It depends on what your priorities are of your training sessions, what your recoverability is, right? If you're doing everything right, you're sleeping well, you're getting your nutrition on point, you might be able to train more frequently. And you'll know that based on your recovery. You'll notice that based on your mood. You'll notice that based on your results. So if you're gaining strength, you're doing that, fine. But then if you see that starting to adjust, then you need to be mindful of that. So I'm not saying that you can't train multiple days in a row for heavy strength. I usually don't recommend it because most people aren't on point with their nutrition. Most people aren't on point with their sleep and all those things. But if you are, and your volume is not too excessive, yeah, you can train more often, right? It's all about how you recover. And some people take longer to recover, and the harder you train, the more recovery you need, depending on the volume. Jeremy, Papa Swolio, Papa Mucho. Hey, ¿qué pasó, man? What would be a good homemade electrolyte mix? Element is getting pricey every week. Thanks, man. Take the ingredients. Use some sea salt. Get some, match the potassium. Get some magnesium glycinate. You know, you'll pay more up front for just the bulk stuff, but then you could weigh it out and make it yourself. I find I need some more magnesium than what I get from the electrolytes. So do the same thing. Even just Celtic sea salt by itself is good, but you're not getting the potassium and the magnesium. So you can do that. I do it essentially because I add some more magnesium to my stuff and I find I have less issues with cramping. I can cramp like a motherfucker. And you might not, but if you're lifting heavy weights, if you're lifting heavy weights, you're training hard, you need more nutrients, you need more electrolytes, you need more magnesium. It's not like, well, you shouldn't be cramping if you're eating properly. Well, I'm also not just sitting around. If you're just doing carnivore or something, sitting around, you're not like lifting hard and training hard. Everyone's going to be a little bit different, but need to make sure that you are getting the nutrients you need, especially if you're stressing your body. Good question so far. Thank you, fam. The live fam. Fucking doing it. Man, it can be brutal. Questions can be brutal. Nick is just edging over here. How long until we get the P3S7? Oh, soon, my friend. Soon. Usually goes usually goes out around this time. So let's see. Bex, Papa Solio, what do you use in your laundry detergent? I think you said you make your own or use a special kind. I think God, what did I say it was, fam? What was it? Molly's? No, was it Molly's? I forget. It's like this powder. It's like peppermint. Is that what I put in the Amazon store? I forget the name. I tell you, I forget these names. I'm 40 now, so my memory is gone. But I think it's like that peppermint. It's like real basic. I think it has like baking soda and stuff in it. It's just real fucking clean. And then I put in some little hydrogen peroxide. So we have the powder. So we use that for the powder and then put a little hydrogen peroxide. I guess that's like the pre-wash or whatever. But that's what we use, a little hydrogen peroxide. Or if there's a stain or something, you just put a little hydrogen peroxide on it when you throw it in there. And that's it. And then for the dryer, we don't use dryer sheets. We don't use any of those dryer sheets. We have the 100% organic wool balls, dryer balls, which are great. They bounce around. Wool smells so good, but also it, gets the air going through the clothes. So it's more efficient and your clothes will get drier better rather than just like getting smashed together. When you you put in something or a towel and it just like clothes get stuck in it. It's like flat like a pancake and it's still damp. You have to wash like 9 times and then you damage your clothes more. And you could put some essential oils. So you could put some eucalyptus or peppermint and you put essential oils on the wool balls and then you get that smell. So you get like that's like the natural scent and you're using essential oils rather than the wax and the stuff that they use in the gross dryer sheets. Yeah, Molly's. Yeah, that's it. I always forget it's Molly's, and because all of these natural and organic things, it's always like one name. It's always like, yeah, Molly's. Alan, my dogs love those balls. All right. Rufus loves balls too, but he gave his away because he's such a generous man. He's such a generous man. He gave his balls away, donated. He gave his balls away so he could come home with me because they wouldn't let him come home with his ball sack. So he's like, I want to go home with you so much, Daddy. I'm going to give up my testicles. Yeah. He sacrificed his balls for me to come home with me. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know what was going down. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And that's a good girl. The churchy. Oh, cute puppers. All right, we're ready to move on. Yeah. Baking soda, vinegar for the wash, the dryer wool balls with essential orange oil on it. Yeah. Oh, that's what we did too for a while. That's what we did for a while too. We use hydrogen peroxide or we add some white vinegar. White vinegar is great for washing clothes. Yes, indeed. Pile of shirts still sitting there. Oh, absolutely. I went through a few because there's so many tanks. I have so many tanks. Every one that we print, like I have different versions, so I wear them in videos. I have nowhere to put them. And I'm not going to wear some of these, like rarely am I going to wear them. So I have to figure out some place to put them. And actually I did take care of some of them. I took like 10 or 20 out. The pile it's still fucking there. And it's so nice outside. I'm not going to sit in here and go through it. So next time we have a torrential rainstorm, I'll be inspired one of these days. I just don't care. I don't care. Have you noticed? I just don't give a shit. It's become a meme. Yeah, fuck it. There's shirts there. I should do a GoFundMe. GoFundMe. Make it worth my while to clean up. Everyone's like putting like $1. Donate $1. So I can do it. I could just turn on TikTok Live and probably make some money. And people like send me roses and shit while I send me gifts while I clean the shirts. I thought about that, Frank, actually. I thought about that. Frank says you should autograph them and sell them on the website. I thought about that, to be honest. But I figured not everyone is going to be my size. Like they're large and XL. I thought about that. But then I also thought like, I don't want to be sending these out. But then I have to like mail them. I have to like send them out and stuff. And I'm like, I don't feel like adding more work. But I might do that. I still might get one of those nice like fabric markers. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about it. And really, like, they're worn once. So it was actually worn in a video. Could be one of those things where you get you get the shirt and you get a little QR code. You get a little QR code. So I have and you can scan it. That would be cool. You could scan it or take a picture and it'll take you to the video where the shirt was worn. Because literally I wear them once and then I take them off. A lot of times. Of course I would send them out. I'd send them out with some hair, probably some pubes too. I'll send them out with some like skin, Yeah. I'll send them out with some DNA. Why not? Just kidding. Am I kidding? I don't know. Probably not. Buy Papa's used shirts. I've heard that business model is successful for the ladies. You know what? Maybe I will do it. No, I wouldn't send that with pubes. But I have thought about that. Yeah, they sell game worn jerseys all the time. It was really just like, I don't want to get all like the mailers, and it just got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do the work for that, but I probably will. Look, it sounds like there's an actual people interested in that. A video worn shirt. Because no joke, I'll wear a shirt for the video, do like a few videos, and then I take it off. And then it's like, okay, I film with it. I might use certain ones again, some of the more popular shirts. And some of these shirts I haven't even worn. I have not. They're just brand new. There's brand new. I can only film so much, and then we'll get like 7 in. I'm like, oh God, I have no more fucking shirts. I always tell Mama Swole, hey, Swolenormous Apparel. And she's like, oh God. Tiff, what if you pay extra for the pubes? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. If the money is there, let's talk. Let's talk. SH, free boxes from USPS, request online, and they deliver to your house. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. All right. Game worn jerseys. Yeah. Like used in a video. All right. That's true. You could, yeah, that's true. Well, Mama Swolia wears some of my tanks and stuff as dresses as well. All right. All right. You convinced me. We'll do it. Okay. Balls deep time. Let's move on before. That's deep. Let's move on before something else. Essence of Papa. That's right. Let's move on before something else happens. Quickly now. You should sign the, I would, of course I would sign the shirts. Yeah, I'd be signed. Maybe there'd be a card in there too. Hope you enjoy my sweat. No, I'll just wear it. I'll wear it. I'll film. I'll film some videos at 12 noon and just let the sweat, right? You have like white, salty stains. Yeah. Frank, do I get royalties? No, this is an idea that's been there for a while. For a long time. I just haven't done it for a reason because I didn't want to do it. Because I didn't want to do the extra work. But at the same time, well, that's the thing. I feel bad. I don't want to throw them out. I'm not going to throw them out or, donate them. I wanted to do it because I literally have so many shirts. I could always get another one if I really needed one. So yeah, I think we'll probably do it. While supplies last, right? Limited supply. They will be washed. They will be washed. All right. Better than just them sitting in a pile on my floor. No reason to be that lazy. Well, I mean, because then I have to do like an inventory and stuff. Or it could just be like, I'm not going to list, I'm not going to put, it'll probably just be get a random shirt, get a random shirt that's signed. I'm not going to list like inventory of different styles, So maybe it'll be like the signature series where like, you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get a shirt. Yeah. Mystery shirt. That's probably what it's going to be. It's kind of like they're still one of a kind. It's still like, it's like a little, yeah. Yeah. You will get a shirt. You'll get a shirt that was guaranteed to be used in a video, and of course, it'll be clean. All right, Michelle. Papa doesn't mow his own lawn. Heaven forbid he cleans up his shirts. Oh, all right. Now you guys are being. Now you're being rude. Now you're being rude. Now you're being nasty.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Enough. Let's go balls deep. Let's see, Michelle. Because you're being a little bit of a twat, why don't you pick a number? 1, 2, 3. Or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Michelle, drop in the chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let Michelle pick off the first one. Smelling like hot onions, as seen on TikTok. That's right. I'm gonna have the my cologne. It's gonna be called Salty Sack. I'm gonna start making a cologne. It's gonna be called Salty Sack. And it's just going to be white. It's going to be vinegar. It's going to be vinegar and then probably some sandalwood. Vinegar and sandalwood. So it's like vinegary wood. Hey, like that. Yeah. Yeah. Essence of sack. The NOC. Yeah, why not? And they'll have one that's bacon or steak and buttery scent. Oh, yeah. That's probably smart. It'll be like gag gifs that will literally make you gag. All right, Michelle. Like I'm waiting. All right, someone else pick 1 through 3 or 4. I'm not waiting anymore. 1, 2, 3, or 4. We had Bookworm Addict over here saying 4, so fuck it. I'm not waiting. Here we go. Number 4.
What's in the box?
Snooze, you lose, Michelle. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Grammatically incorrect pronouns. The worst one first. Here we go.
Today I'm going to show you how to use her, hers pronouns in sentences. These
Ooh, her and hers. You mean logic and common sense. This is 2 minutes. I'm not making it 2 minutes, so don't worry.
were requested by an individual who does want to use these or does currently use these. What in the world? What are you even talking about? Does it really matter? As long as it's not harming another person, does it really matter? And
I got 10
if you
seconds.
really can't handle it, well, this channel was not meant for you.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Very nice. Thank you.
Matt Damon.
I'm not making it 2 minutes. There's not a fucking chance. All right. So thank you, everyone. Look, I got your back. Trust me. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. If it's like that, it's like that. I played it and I'm like, okay, this moron. But then I saw 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Your mom should have swallowed. Let's do Jen number 2. Jen number 2. All right.
Chicks will dig you. Or dudes or whatever gender thing you're into.
Oh, Dan, don't worry. I can't make it 2 minutes either. Oh!
He's on fire!
All right. Jesus Christ. All right, Jen, number 2. This one's called Cody. Oh, no, we did this one a long time ago. Why do we have that one again? All right, a new number 2. This one's called Fat Acceptance Month 3. Oh, God. Let's see what happens.
It's August 3rd, and it's time for your Fat Liberation Month thought for the day.
No, you're not taking my fucking month. No, August is not Fat Liberation Month. It's Swole Awareness Month. It's Anabolic August. Anabolic August. Anabolic August. It's August 3rd, and it's time for your Fat Liberation Month thought of the day. It's probably, let me just guess. Let me just guess what's going to come out. The thought of the day is... Was I close? Or was it... Maybe it was that.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Maybe it was that. I think I'm close.
It's August 3rd, and it's time for your Fat Liberation Month thought for the day. Why do we use the term fat?
Because you are.
One of the main goals of fat liberation or fat acceptance is the use of the word fat as a neutral descriptor of a body.
Okay, neutral descriptor, meaning we're trying to pretend like this doesn't hurt our feelings, but it's just the truth. Is it a neutral descriptor? No, it means what it means. It means that you are wider than you should be. It means that you have a circular shape. It means that you're not healthy or executing on healthy habits. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the case. There's that.
Like short or tall or something else.
Well, short or tall is not a choice. Anyone here short? Anyone here tall? Did you choose to be tall? Did you execute certain habits in order to make yourself taller? Mama Swolio's short. She didn't choose that. I told her that God started making her at 3:30 on a Friday and was like, all right, I'm punching out. That's why I said he just got like, you know what, just stop it there. He got to the knees and was like, no, I gotta go. Happy hour. All right. That wasn't, so that's that. Okay.
Words like overweight and obese have built-in value judgments to them, so we don't use those. Some people use euphemisms like
Mr.
curvy
Weasley.
or big boned, but generally I found that when people do that, it's because they're uncomfortable just using the word fat.
No one's big boned.
Too often our culture tells us that fat means ugly.
I mean, not as attractive or not healthy. Ugly is relative, just like beautiful. Beauty is subjective. Ugly is subjective. Ugly personality, ugly ideas. Too often our culture tells us that fat means ugly. Ugly is a lot different than less attractive or less viable as a mate. That's different. That doesn't mean ugly. You just don't feel good about yourself. So you're projecting your own self-hatred into other people's brains. That's not smart.
Instead of using it as just a neutral descriptor word.
Descriptors are descriptors. Your opinion matters not.
If you got questions about fat liberation, give me a comment and I'll try to answer them.
I'll try to answer them with circular logic. Enjoy. Oh, great. What was that? Fat acceptance. Oh, that was the same video. Oof, my God, that took a turn. Okay, last one. This one's called Being Fat is Unhealthy. Any questions? I think the title. Based. So response to a TikTok comment, always a good idea, doesn't change the fact that obesity is a severe health risk and a direct result from unhealthy eating habits. Oh, my commenter Ben Ooze, fucking based Jackson over here.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Fuck yeah!
All right, commenter super based. Every time he jumps, it's a based jump because it's just so fucking based. All right, let's listen to this person's feelings. Oh, why every time I see a 2, why is it 2 minutes? We might not make it.
Yes,
why?
And this is the only argument y'all can ever come up with.
It's the only argument? It's the only argument you can come up with, that obesity is a tremendous health risk and a result of poor lifestyle habits. This is the only argument y'all can come up with. Okay. Would you prefer to talk about gravity or, the conservation of mass? Like, what else would you want to talk about? What other objective truths do you want to talk about? This is the only argument you can come up with. You mean truth? This is the only argument. Just reality, you mean? Oh, no. Your feelings. Feelings alert. We got feelings. We got a feeling here.
Being fat is unhealthy. All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Wait, what? What? Did you just agree? Hold on a second. I got to hear it again.
All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes.
That's a soundboard. Save it. Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. A date that will live in infamy. I know she's not agreeing. Overall. There's a but coming. I know, but come on. That's a strong open.
Healthy. All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes.
That's not even, that's 9 seconds of fucking, that's 9 seconds of legit. All right. That's a strong start. Look, I give credit when credit's due. Fucking dead on. But
I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Something tells me you're going to proceed to disagree with it. Something tells me you're about to disagree with that. Yeah?
Worse health outcomes. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
12 seconds.
But we don't know why. We can see correlation.
But we don't know why. Yeah, someone just said correlation doesn't mean causation. I think she's just about to say it too.
But we don't know why. We can see correlation, right, about a lot of things. But we haven't been able to prove causation. We don't know if it's because when you're fat, you're not treated correctly by medical professionals. Like, for example, growing up, I've always been a little chubby.
Because you've always had bad habits and your parents fed you fucking cornflakes and sody pop.
They used to say, just lose weight, your back pain will go away. Oh, you're just fat, that's why you have back pain. And then I got hit by a car when I was 24.
That answers a lot of questions. She got hit by a car. I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucking brutal, but that understands the the words coming out of your mouth. That makes sense.
Oh, you're just fat. That's why you have back pain. And then I got hit by a car when I was 24. Ended up, fracturing my spine, and I had to go see an orthopedist. Anyways, I saw the x-rays of my spine, and he was like, oh, you have a scoliosis. I could see the scoliosis. Up until that point, I had had so many x-rays for so many things. I have asthma. So, they would have seen that my spine was crooked so many times before then in my life. Why did they not mention it to me? It's because I was fat.
I'm not a scoliosis expert, but don't forget there are doctors that aren't good. Or the car accident. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Obviously this is just becoming like a woe is me video. So obviously this is conflating a lot of shit here. So let's keep going.
And they were just driven about how to get me to lose weight instead of giving me care for my scoliosis. But yeah, I'm just fat. I must have the scoliosis because I'm fat, right? And that's not even getting into the fact that anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people because
anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people. Anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people. I'll just let that float there. Just think about it for a second.
When you're fat and losing weight rapidly, people congratulate you on your eating disorder, which is a lot of the time what's happening. And then even if you say that and people believe you, they still think it's a good thing.
What she calls anorexia is just fucking losing weight and not eating garbage. Again, we know how, look, doing things wrong is wrong, period. You can lose weight with poor habits. Hey, you can fucking get on the Hunter Biden diet and just smoke Parmesan cheese all day and you'll fucking lose weight. It's not healthy though. But from the outside, yeah, you are morbidly obese and you're no longer morbidly obese. People are going to be like, wow, you look much better. Why wouldn't you? You don't look sickly and exploding with disease anymore. It doesn't mean you're healthy, right? So this is the argument that fat acceptance people make. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. No shit. But that doesn't mean that when you're fat, you're healthy. It's like, that's not an argument. You're just saying, oh, but look at them, but look at them. No, but look at you. Let's talk about, no, don't change the subject. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your bullshit fucking habits. Just because someone can have cancer and anorexia and be severely malnutritioned and they look vertical doesn't mean that you're healthy when you're fat. Okay?
And I bet you're one of those people. But correct me if I'm wrong. I also bring up anorexia.
I have been. It's not hard to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. With pleasure. Continue.
Because the things that anorexia causes. And I bet you're one of those people. But correct me if I'm wrong. I also bring up anorexia because the things that anorexia causes, like heart failure, a bunch of other health issues that sound a lot like the health issues that fat people go to see doctors for. And then when they later die, people are like, oh, it's obesity. But
yeah, I mean, fat people are suffering from bulimia. Like most fat people are not anorexic. Just going to be honest with you here, Chief. If you're anorexic, you're usually not fat for a reason. Okay? Okay.
I wonder how often it was anorexia or some other health issue that was ignored because we're fat.
Just magically. I don't eat anything and just magically I'm still fucking huge. Where are the fat people in the concentration camps? All right? In World War II. Horrible situation, obviously. Not making light of it. Sometimes I do. But you gotta have a sense of humor about everything. No one's fat because they were being starved to death. So There's your answer right there. People that don't have access to food, they don't die fat. Fucking nugget.
So it's just because we're fat. Fuck them. Who cares? Who cares what killed them? They're fat. We don't want to see them. They need to stop existing. So the faster they get out of here, great. Like, I feel like that's your thought process.
Said no one ever. They need to get out of here quickly. Look, when you hate yourself, as this person does, it's very easy to direct your anger outwards. Okay? Maybe she had shit doctors. Maybe she had spinal issues because of her accident. She obviously has a lot of pent-up anger at her situation. But I guarantee a couple things. She wasn't exercising properly. She wasn't eating properly. She wasn't being a healthy human being from when she was little. That's her parents' fault. That's blah, blah, blah. Education. There's a lot of issues and reasons why that didn't happen. But she has a lot of internal hatred for herself and frustration. And she's blaming everyone else. She's not, you don't look anorexic to me. How can I tell? Because you're fat. Like fat, you're obese. So bulimic or binge eating disorder, yeah. That's not bulimic, but binge eating. I mean, you could have, it depends. One of the issues is, and I'm not professing to be an expert in eating disorders, but most people have an eating disorder. I think people that are in drive-thru at a McDonald's have an eating disorder. I think people that are eating Taco Bell have an eating disorder. I have an even broader definition of this eating disorder. You're eating fake ass fucking food and pretending like that's okay. I think that's disordered eating or eating disorder, whatever you want to call it. You're eating literal fucking trash. I don't hate you because of it. I don't think you're a terrible person. I just think you don't give a fuck about your health and you justify things. So that's that. That's that. Unpopular opinion. Good. Unpopular opinions are usually fucking correct because most people are addicts. Most people don't. Most people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and realize they're the fucking problem. So that's okay. She can keep her. Look, some people need some fucking anorexia. My God, not eating 24 hours a day is not anorexia. Right? You see this stuff like with orthorexia and shit like that. Oh my God, someone's really obsessed with eating quality food. If you're just eating salads all day and thinking like you're getting nutrition, that's a problem. So just because you take care of your health doesn't mean you have an eating disorder. Just because you're fasting doesn't mean you have an eating disorder. Oh, everyone's eating? No, I'm deciding not to eat because I'm fasting. Oh my God, you have an eating disorder. You're obsessive. Because you're constantly not swallowing things. I have anorexia. I have an eating disorder. Look, again, this is just projection of self-loathing, hatred, frustration. Instead of taking control, you're blaming everyone else. It's the doctors. It's this. Take control. Take control of your life. Stop playing the victim. No one fucking cares. That's the problem with your situation. No one cares. Everyone else has got their own problems. Everyone else has got their own things they're trying to work on, their own struggles, bills to pay, shit going on. No one fucking cares about your wine fest. I'm not saying you had an easy life. I'm not saying you don't have things to overcome, but welcome to the club. Everyone does in some aspects. Okay? So get to fucking work, make better choices, and stop blaming doctors for you eating too much and eating garbage food. The doctors didn't make you fat. You're not fat because you had scoliosis. You were fat before you got into car accident. Like, again, just check it out. Okay. Hashtag anabolic August. Let's give away the swole card. And then we got a fucking throwback. Beaches. Let's fucking go. Falcon, anabolic August. Giving it away. Good show today, Beaches. You fucking sluts. You're all. You whorish swole fam. Come on, anabolic August. Where's anabolic August? Anabolic August. Suzanne Lipnitz, congratulations. Suzanne, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2650 Schweim in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll close this nut down. And of course, congratulations, Suzanne. Heyo. We got a throwback coming up in just a few minutes, so suffer through some piano cock. Daddy's coming. We got a throwback. We'll cap this off in just a few moments. And look at the church. Aww. Look at the church. Look at her wake up. Oh, the churchy. Let's get some bellies. Belly time. Belly time. Oh, peanut butter belly. 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 Yeah, yeah. Oh, scratch the belly. Oh, scratch the belly.
Loud noises!
It's your belly. Nippers. Look at your sweet bellies. Sweet bellies. Sweet baby. Baby, one-handed piano. So sleep is. Yeah, I got you. Yes.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Oh. Let's get a leg going. We got a leg. Leg. Oh, piano cock time. No eye contact. No eye contact. Don't look at me. Stop. Don't look at it. Yeah. All right. Here we go. The roof is on fire. All right, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Everyone, hit the thumbs up button right now. Hit the thumbs up button. Share the stream. The knowledge cock is... Oh. Look at you.
I don't know how to put this, but...
Close your legs. Be a lady.
Kind of a big deal.
Put your dog puss off the camera. Hey, excuse me. You're live. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. You're so nasty. You're so nasty. You're a nasty girl. You nasty. You nasty. All right, we got a throwback. 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 Tainty Man. Oh. Why you eyeballing me like that, son? Why you eyeballing me, bro? Don't give me that side eye shit. Don't look at me like that. What's your problem, bro? Everyone's got a fucking attitude at the end of the show because they know they're about to go outside. Everyone knows about to go outside. Okay, don't give me that fucking shit. Throwback time. Don't eyeball me like that, bro. He's like, Dad, you haven't fixed the camera. No one can see me. He went on a walk earlier. All right, throwback time. Let's see what we got.
Cute outfits and pet rhetoric, part 3.
Kill it! Quickly, kill it!
You know that you shouldn't be the same size you were in high school, right? Like you were.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. You shouldn't be the same size as you were in high school. Yeah, that's not really a good excuse to get morbidly obese.
They make fat bikinis. They expect fat people to wear them.
I don't.
You're allowed to have seconds.
No! No!
I don't care if it's flattering. I'm not glorifying anything by simply existing.
You are when you're making videos like this.
You deserve to feel pretty.
You don't deserve shit. Oh, goddamn, fam.
That's a huge bitch.
Woo! Holy throwback. That was fire. That was... Kill it with fire. Goddamn. 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 I said, goddamn. Goddamn. Shee. Fam, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I talked about it earlier. By the way, oh my God. Tomorrow is August the 10th. Guess what, fam? Guess what we got tomorrow? Another round of applause. Roundtable 49. That's right. When you join the fam, you'll be there tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Live call with me and other members of the fam. Live chat. Check us out tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode will be private, so join the fam today. And of course, look at that, 49. That means we have 48 other ones. Don't miss out on a single roundtable. Brand new one tomorrow. It's going to be awesome chilling with the fam tomorrow. And then, of course, on Friday, we have overtime with a brand new Drive While Gaining. DWG in 2023. Undefeated. You get access to all the previous Drive While Gaining Uncensors and all the private content. Join us, SwoleNormousX.com. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow at the roundtable. Peace, McGee, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm